Let us see the next question. US imports company purchased 1 lakh mark, that is Dutch mark, worth of machineries from a firm in Dortmund, Germany. The value of the dollar in terms of the mark has been decreasing. The firm in Dortmund offered 2 by 10 net 90 terms. The spot rate for the mark is $0.55. 90 days forward exchange rate is $0.56. A question. Compute the dollar cost of the paying the account within 10 days. Compute the dollar cost of buying a forward contract to liquidate the account in 10 days. The differential between part A and part B is a result of the time value of money, discount for prepayment, and the portion from the currency value fluctuation. Determine the magnitude of each of these two components. That is a question. Dear students, the term 2 by 10 net 90 has a simple meaning that the credit period is 90 days, and if at all the customer is making payment within 10 days, then customer will get cash discount at the rate of 2%. This is the meaning that say 2 by 10 net 90 has. Let us have discussion of the answer of the question. First of all, let us have a discussion. Information is provided to us. Let's say there is a US company which has imported goods and it is required to make the payment of Dutch mark 1 lakh. The supplier has given credit terms as 2 by 10 net 90. As we know that it is like the 90 days is a credit period, and if at all I pay within 10 days, I'll get cash discount at the rate of 2%. Spot exchange rate is provided to us as $0.55 per Dutch mark, and 90 days forward exchange rate is $0.56 per Dutch mark. That is the way we have been provided with the exchange rate. And a few questions are there. Before we read those questions, let us have an understanding of the working. Dear students, the question is basically not providing with the exchange rate information after 10 days. Because we understand that if at all we are availing the cash discount facility, even in that case we will not make the payment immediately, we will make payment on 10th day to avail the maximum advantage of the funds which is with us. However, the information is not provided about the exchange rate after 10 days. So, the institute has given suggested answer in which they have used the spot exchange rate as the rate for making the payment in 10 days. That is when you avail the cash discount facility. So, Dutch mark and dollar, $0.55 is equal to 1 Dutch mark. The amount of the consideration is 1 lakh. However, if at all you make payment within 10 days, that is the first question also. Compute the dollar cost of paying the account within 10 days. Let me explain you first of all. You have to pay 98,000 Dutch mark, and for that, so this is the amount of the dollar that you have to convert. So it is 98,000 into 0.55. So that comes to that is $53,900. This is the amount of the dollar that you have to pay. If at all you settle the account within 10 days, no specific exchange rate is provided after 10 days, so we are taking the spot rate itself. Now the second question is, compute the dollar cost of buying the forward contract to liquidate the account in 10 days. Dear students, this is the question of the institute publication, in which I have not changed the language of the question. However, they have provided the suggested answer as it should be, wherein what is the cost in dollar currency if at all you make the payment in the forward contract. So it is $0.56 per Dutch mark. For 1 lakh Dutch mark, this is the amount of dollar. So we understand it is 0.56 into 1 lakh divided by 1, that is $56,000. What does it mean? It means that, say, if at all you enter into the forward contract, then in that case you have to pay $56,000, because of course you will not be entitled to receive the cash discount in that case. So this is the way we have, like, the dollar cost if at all we enter into the forward contract for the purpose of settlement. These two answers are not something, I think, which is very difficult for anybody to understand. The third part of the question is important. The differential in part A and part B. The difference is, what we know is, like, the 56,000 you have to pay in comparison to 53,900. So the additional payment that you have to make is $2,100, is the result of time value of money. That is the discount which is forgone, because we understand that your cost increases from 53,900 to 56,000. It increases due to two reasons. One is that you forgot to receive the advantage of the discount, and second, portion from the currency value fluctuation. Means we understand that, purchasing the same Dutch mark is becoming expensive for you. Instead of 0.55, you have to pay 0.56. So the question says that over here in the second part, determine the magnitude of each of these components. That is the question. So friends, we understand like this. Let me explain you first of all. 56,000 minus 53,900. So you have to pay incremental expenses of $2,100. This $2,100, that excess amount that you have to pay, is consisting of the two components. One is of course the time value of money. In short, it is like the discount forgone. The cash discount advantage which you have, say that you forgo. Okay. In that, say you understand it is 2,000 Dutch mark which you were not supposed to pay. Now you have to pay at the rate of 0.56. So into 0.56. So because of this, your cost increases by $1120. That is the one component of the cost. And the next is, you have to pay $0.56 to buy a Dutch mark instead of 0.55. So your cost increases by $0.01 per Dutch mark. And for this 98,000 Dutch mark, because we know that it is the 98,000 Dutch mark is the common between both of them. This 98,000 Dutch mark that you were able to purchase at 0.55, now you have to pay 0.56. So it increases by $0.01 per Dutch mark into 98,000. So it comes to $980. So 1120 plus 980. That is the way this 2100 can be segregated between both of them. Please write down answer. Uh, 2 by 10 net 90 means credit period is 90 days, comma. However, if payment is made within 10 days, comma, cash discount at the rate of 2%. Full stop.